Hey guys, Gamer back here for another video for my Week 7 recap and review and Week 8 preview. So the Packers beat the Bears in a very good fashion. The quarterback for the Bears did go down, Brian Hoyer, and it resulted in Matt Barkley just being humiliated by the Packers defense. After that, we do see that Kadeem Carey, Jordan Howard, and maybe possibly Langford is going to be a split when it comes to, three running backs in that system. It's going to look awful, and the Bears going to go like 1-16, or 1-15, my bad. Giants versus Rams. Giants end up squeaking out a win after 4 defensive interceptions in that game. Case Keenum is awful. Saints versus Chiefs. The Chiefs actually found a way to win this game, 27-21. When I say that, it's just because it was a closer game. But the Chiefs does win, and they end up improving the record to 4-2. Colts play the Titans. Colts win. Yes, guys, Colts win. Andrew Luck is not playing around. Improves his record to 3-4. While the Titans are also 3-4, so that division is getting close because I believe the Texans aren't really that great, and I know the Jacksonville Jaguars are like 0-6. 2-4. Vikings versus Eagles. Vikings actually ended up losing their first game of the season to the Philadelphia Eagles. I did not see this coming, but what happened was that Jake McKinnon went down. Vikings have no offense. Eagles defense is really, really freaking good, and although the Vikings defense is good, they could not score on defense, sadly. They did have a kick return, I believe, or a punt return. The Eagles did, and that's also what made it, kind of like a end game. Browns-Bengals. Browns do what they always do. They seem to come back at the end of the games. They never win them. They're 0-7. And the Bengals, they look bad. End of story. A.J. Green had an 80-yard deep bomb touchdown before halftime. A lucky jungle catch. That's just how it looks. Lions versus Redskins. The Lions actually end up winning this game. The Redskins scored a touchdown with 1 minute to go. The Lions went down the field. They scored a touchdown with 16 seconds to go, and the Redskins could not answer back in those 16 seconds. Therefore, Lions win. Raiders versus Jags. Raiders end up knocking out the Jags once again. 2-4 Jags. I feel bad for them, right? But the Raiders do win, and they are 5-2. Before the season, I predicted that they would go I believe I had them going 12-4. So right now at 5-2, they are looking good, and definitely their defense looks bad, but their offense looks great. Bills-Dolphins. Dolphins win. Now the only reason that this is a 3-point game, you might look at it and think, oh, it's a close game. Not exactly. It wasn't a close game at all. So what happened was on the Bills' final drive, two unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on Byron Maxwell, the Miami Dolphins, resulted in 2 fourth-down conversions, which also resulted later on the drive with a Reggie Bush 1-yard touchdown. Yes, guys, Byron Maxwell single-handedly almost lost the Dolphins the game. Ajayi did amazing once again. Arian Foster says, okay, you're going to steal my job? I'm going to exit the NFL. Ravens versus Jets. Ravens are awful. And I love the Ravens, but they are bad. Joe Flacco's arm looks bad. Geno Smith starts this game. He gets hurt. Ryan Fitzpatrick comes back in. And do you believe in Fitzmagic? Because apparently Matt Forte does. Matt Forte, 30 carries in this game. Ends up winning it for the New York Jets 24-16 after he gets a touchdown. 1 play after he fumbled the ball. Which they recovered, but still. Bucks versus 49ers. Bucks win again. 3-3 Buccaneers, and Jameis Winston takes out the 49ers 34-17. Chargers-Falcons. Very, very close game at the very end of the game. Chargers go for a 57-yard field goal. They do not make the field goal in overtime. Falcons go down the field, go for it on 4th and 1, hand off to Devontae Freeman. Do not pick up the first down. A couple plays later, Chargers kick a field goal. They win the game 33-30. 3-4 Chargers, 4-3 Falcons. Patriots versus Steelers. Tom Brady's back, big man. The big man is back in the seat. And Tom Brady decides to pick on Landry Jones in this game due to Big Ben's absence. And Landry Jones does end up losing it for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had a chance, but they could not capitalize on those third down conversions. Seahawks Cardinals. Our first tie of the year. I believe it's our first tie of the year, and it just was an awful game. The Seahawks' Bobby Wagner blocked a field goal by the Cardinals, stopping the Cardinals from kicking a game-winning field goal. Hauschka also missed a 27-yard field goal that would have pretty much won the game. And yeah, ties need to go away. We're tired of ties. We want to see wins. Texans versus Broncos. Broncos destroyed Brock Osweiler. It was, kind of like Brock's day to show John Elway why him not giving him a $72 million deal was a mistake by John Elway, and John Elway just laughed and said, yeah, look what we did to you. So, yeah, Brock next monster, not worth $72 million. But he should have a good week this week because I believe they play the Colts. Yes, right? Texans? No. Who did they play this week? Crap. We'll get into it. They play the Lions. That's why. He should have a great game against the Lions. DeAndre Hopkins should look like last year's self, and you should sell him the second he does this. And Will Fuller should look good. Jags versus Titans. Going to be a color rush uniform. Yes, the uniforms that everybody hates. Well, guess what, guys? They're playing the Thursday night, so get ready, get set, and get ready for a 3-0 game. Redskins versus Bengals. Should be a very interesting game. Oh, by the way, I think the Titans will win against the Jags. Redskins, Bengals, this should be an interesting game. Both teams with pretty good records and a pretty good shot in the division to take over the division. In my opinion, I do think the Redskins will beat the Bengals in this scenario. Chiefs, Colts, I have the Chiefs beating the Colts. Cardinals, Panthers, I think Cardinals beat the Panthers. Raiders, Bucks, I have the Raiders winning once again. Seahawks, Saints. I think the Seahawks can win this game, and last week's tie is just going to come back to haunt them. Lions, Texans. I think the Lions will end up beating the Texans in this matchup, although I think it will be a high-scoring affair. Patriots, Bills. Here's a little news flash. Last time the Bills played the Patriots this season, the Bills won. And did they showboat and celebrate and everything a third? Heck yes. Even Richie Incognito got in on it after tweeting Tom Brady some very nasty stuff about the win. So what does that mean? Tom's going to be mad. Tom's going to come back. And I think the Bills win. What? Yes, the Bills sweep the Patriots. I had the Bills winning last time they played. I predicted the Bills would win. And I was right. I'm predicting the Bills are going to win once more again. Bills win. Bills beat Patriots. They season sweep them. This one is in Buffalo, by the way. Jets versus Browns. I think the Browns are going to get the first win this week. And I think the Browns win. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to do it. Chargers, Broncos. I think the Chargers will beat the Broncos right here. They did it last time they matched up, and I think they can do it again. Falcons, Packers. I think the Falcons will win this. I believe, no, they didn't. Yeah, that loss last week to San Diego was just a fluke. I think they come back this week. Tevin Coleman will be out, so that is something to monitor. Devontae Freeman should get a very, very big workload. Eagles, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. Should be a good game. Finally, a Sunday night game that's actually good. Isn't that surprising? But I think the boys are going to get destroyed by the Eagles and Carson Wentz. I think Dak Prescott looks amazing, but that Eagles defense looks better. Vikings, Bears. Did we even have to predict this game? Vikings win. Jay Cutler's back. Jay Cutler's going to throw 6 interceptions to the Vikings defense. Jordan Howard's going to have -5 yards, and Kadeem Carey's probably going to get injured. So, Vikings win. Anyway, guys, that's it for my predictions and recap. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.